Hey everybody, welcome back to Gordon's Garage. Man, it's been a while. I haven't been really recording anything because it's nothing really exciting. But I haven't been really a kind of channel that does all the really exciting, hey, look, check this new thing out. I'm always doing humdrum stuff that you do in the shop. It's more of a vlog of just, hey, this is how it goes. And breakdowns happen. So as you can see, a breakdown happened. Yeah, got the engine out. I've been working on it. I've been trying to get it back going. A lot of weird stuff. I was trying to do some trades and deals and do something really cool on the channel, and my old truck decided to give it up. Problem I had was it just wasn't running very well. Just gutless, and it didn't idle very well at all. And I started down the rabbit hole of blaming sensors and started buying crankshaft sensors, and I tried everything until I got to the point where I started doing a compression check. Yeah, throw a little video in here of looks like a valve bent on me, and it's a number 4 cylinder there. And I decided, okay, so when I replaced an intake manifold gasket a while back, when I opened it up, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to look at the inside of this engine. It was horrible, caked up thick with nasty sludge. Let me show you the oil pan. This is gonna be good. Hey, if you're eating lunch, don't, just look away for a minute. Anyways, I'm gonna bring you over here, see if I can find the oil pan. Right there. Right. Whoa, easy. All right, let's see if this All right, let's see if we can get the light in there. Can you see all that down in there? Yeah, the whole thing is that way. So I basically tore apart the engine, just exploded it. Got the parts all separate. I'm cleaning them, putting them back together. I'm doing basically a top end kind of thing. I ordered new heads, and I guess I can show you those. They're nice candy to look at. I painted them outside of them orange. They're remanufactured heads, but these should run better. Bent valve. What's the culprit? Why did it bend? Man, I can't tell you. Either a bunch of that black sludge got into the lifters and hold the lifter up, but that takes a lot of black sludge. It'd stick a lifter really hard. It would have done it more than once. And with that said, the number 4 piston had a valve collide with it. Should be this one right here. Yep, I showed you the video. That's where it hit. And I've also got another piston, number 2. No, 3. Piston 3, it's got a little mark on it. So it's not the first valve to make contact with the piston. So that's kind of alarming. So I'm going to really inspect things as I put them back together, like the lifters. I've got to really clean them out, look at them, make sure they're functioning right, they're not broken. They seem to fit tight, so I don't know. It's a whole smorgasbord of things. The best clue that I've got is the valve spring broke maybe, but I use those as cores, so they're long gone, so I can't, I don't have them here to look at to blame. Anyways, as far as the show goes, been put on hold because I'm just basically putting a V8. It's a 305 motor. It's not even like a really cool motor, even though 305s are really good motors. And I'm surprised they don't have a bigger following. That's something that'd be a good discussion down in Bulletwell. Why is it that the Ford small block, which is a 5.0, which is the 302 motor, is the hot motor for Ford, and the 351 Windsor isn't? But Chevy, it's just opposite. The 305 is boring throwaway motors, and the 350 is the hot motor. I don't understand. I mean, they're both V8s, and they're just really close. They're not really far apart. I mean, you change blocks to a big block, your Ford 427 and the 454s and 429s. Those big blocks are, that's a whole different animal. I can understand if that would be, in the comments, explain to me why you think that it's polar opposite from Ford to Chevy. And you Dodge guys, if you got something with a Dodge motor, I wouldn't know anything. So y'all can put whatever you want in there. But yeah, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I will have some more content coming. The jet ski, I'm in the middle of the jet ski thing, but I just put the brakes on, set the stuff to the side, and it's going to be a real big thing. I think it is. That's still in the works, but I said goodbye to the Camaro. Got rid of it. I traded it off. And y'all are probably going to just pull your hair out when you find out what I traded it for. And I tell you what, I'm going to show you what I traded it for. Just for being patient and letting me go this long and talking and haven't put a video up in so long. This is what we traded: an 82 Camaro that needed a transmission and needed all the electronics pulled out of it. Yeah, it needed to be carbureted and run like a regular hot rod. But we traded it. How many of y'all are rolling over right now? Yeah, this is a really cool, this is a really cool boat, okay? Just a little nugget for you, just so you know what's going on here. It needs everything, even the trailer. The trailer needs work. It's got a frame bent on it. It needs parts fixed and welded. It's gonna be fun because that's something I could do right here. That big roll cage thing, I really don't like it, but I think I'm gonna have to keep it because it's hard to find a tow bar for that thing. Windshield's busted. It needs paint work. It needs fiberglass work. It needs interior redone. The engine needs to be redone, and that's one of the crazy things. That has a 351 Windsor in it. Yeah, a V8 Ford. But it needs to be pulled out, just like this 305 is sitting on the stand and gone through. I'm gonna try and run it without going through it, but I don't know if y'all guys do this or not, but when I watch these shows where they're like pulling something out of a barn and getting it fired up and driving down the road, and it's like, yeah, I've been running 5 years, and it starts right up. What's wrong with you guys? We know that doesn't last. You don't get in that car and do a 1,000-mile road trip. No, because there are multiple things in that motor that's just verge of failing, and head gaskets is one. Exhaust gasket, who cares? You got a ticking noise out there on the side of the road, whenever outside your car when you're driving down the road. No one cares about that, but to get a motor that's reliable, ready to go, you're gonna have to replace a head gasket. Those things are just old, brittle. They've been there for so long. Sometimes they get like concrete. Sometimes they're ready to fail now because they sat too long and they dried up. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of things. Things that are stuck, lifters that are kind of sticking. You got to put treatment in the oil if you can get it running. And then when you do get it running, get the treatment in the oil. It's got to run so long for that treatment to work. What damage are you doing to that motor? Meanwhile, you're trying to get that treatment to work. Yeah, it's just better to go ahead and pull off the top of the engine, get at least that up. If you don't have any play in the bottom, in the rods and any of the bearings, you can slide by for another 10,000 miles. It'd take a good oil flushing. That means putting additive in your oil, all that stuff, run it for a while, let it get all worked into all the little ports and stuff, and then flush it all out and put regular motor oil in. Yeah. Anyways, this thing's complicated because it's got a lot of neat stuff, transmission, and it's completely different than car stuff. But you can see the jet ski back there. It's just biding its time. I'm going to get back to it. I just get this motor put back together. So I'm going to let y'all go. Let me get back to work. I've got to get this put back together so I can get back to giving y'all better videos. And Yeah. After you're finished arguing about Ford Chevy 351 versus 350, yeah, go ahead and put in there what you think I should do to that thing. It's going to do a color change. I'm not going to keep it like that. We're doing a full paint job, and I'm really wanting to do my first time at spraying large metal flake. It's complicated, it's weird, and it can screw up, and you can waste a lot of money quick if you don't know what you're doing. So after I get this motor built, I'm gonna have to hit the old YouTube and find out how to spray that stuff. I want this thing to sparkle. Y'all have a good weekend.